In this video, we'll be going over the desktop application with TELUS Business Connect. As you can see here, I've already downloaded and logged into the TELUS Business Connect desktop application. And after logging in, you can see that I'm sitting here at the dial pad. Within this section here, I can enter a name or phone number of someone I wish to dial out to, and I can choose which number I dial out as, very similar to the mobile application. To dial a number, simply enter the number you wish to call and then hit dial. When dialing out, you will then be met with this screen here. From here, you can then modify how you wish to manage your active call. You can mute yourself by clicking on mute, open up the keypad to enter in any prompt if needed. You can also change your audio. If you find you are too quiet or too loud, you can modify that here, or switch the audio source for which you communicate with. You can put the call on hold and then resume the call by clicking on hold or off of hold. You can also start the record by clicking on record, where both parties will hear the recording message to let both parties know the call is being recorded. You can also click on add to add a third caller. And from here, you would enter in a 10-digit number of someone you wish to add to the conference call, or you can click on the plus sign to add one of your contacts within your company to the call. After adding them, you would then see a merged three-way conference call. If you continue to add callers to your merged call, TELUS Business Connect will actually start a conference call for you. In addition to add, we also have the transfer. If we wish to transfer a call, we can enter the name or the number of the person we wish to transfer to, or a 10-digit number. Afterwards, you will then have the option to either warm transfer, blind transfer, or transfer it to their voicemail. You also have the option to put the call into a park location by clicking on park. From here, you would put the call into a park location and hit park. After hitting park, the call would then go into the park location. To retrieve the call, you would need to go into your heads-up display and then pick up the call that was in park. After clicking on pick up, the call would then be retrieved and placed back into an active call. You also have the option to flip the call into a preset device using your TELUS Business Connect portal. You would have to preset some numbers to flip the call to. By clicking on flip, it would take your active call and push it to this 10-digit number. To end the call, click on the end call button and the call will end. This ties into your heads-up display, which is located to the left of the dial pad. Here, you can modify and select contacts within your company by clicking on edit, and then adding in other contacts by clicking on the plus button. Keep in mind, whatever changes you make here will also be reflected on any desk phones you have, as the heads-up display directly correlates with whatever devices you have. As you can see, I have lines 1 and 2, which directly correlate with my desk phone. And then any options below that will fill up my desk phone until it is full. If I only have 6 buttons on my desk phone, anything beyond 6 will only show on my heads-up display on my desktop and not be reflected on my desk phone. We also have access to contacts here. If we go to the contacts section, from here we can give a contact a star, which will actually add that contact to our favorites, which is located over here on the left. To remove them from favorites, just click there and they'll go back to your contact there. If we wish to contact someone from our contact section, it's just as easy as clicking on the contact information and then clicking on phone or text depending on how we wish to reach them. Moving on, we also have access to a call log where we can see all calls, any missed calls, or if we have any recorded calls, they'll be located here. In the Join Now section, we have access to Calendar if we choose to enable it, where you can then be notified of your meetings or any other events within your calendar. Our Favorites section shows any favorites that we've selected from our contacts list and directly correlates with your quick contacts that are located on your mobile device. To modify these, simply use the Edit or Add Contact options in the top right corner. Then we move on to our Messages section. In here, we have access to all messages, including voice, fax, and text, or if we wish to just look at certain ones, we can go ahead and select which category we're looking for. To send a new text or to edit any of these, you use the Edit, but if we wish to send a new, we need to use the options down here at the bottom. Clicking on this one will simply allow us to delete or select all messages if we're looking to modify them. To send a text, we move down to the bottom of the screen where we can click on Compose Text, and you'll see a pop-up window appear where we can enter a name or phone number to send out a text message to. We also have the option to start a video conference. If we click on this, it will open up the TELUS Business Connect Meetings application. We also have the ability to start an audio conference. By clicking on Start Conference, it opens up our conferencing options. From here, we can choose which dial-out number we're going to use and see what our host access code is. We also can see our participant access code and allow others to join before we host the conference. When all of these settings have been set up, we can go ahead and invite by text or by email by clicking on one of these options. When you're ready to start the conference, just simply click Start Conference and a line will open waiting for participants to join using their participant access code. Next to the conference option, we have the Compose Fax. Using the TELUS Business Connect desktop application, you can actually send a fax right from your desktop. You would enter in the name or number of the person you wish to fax if they are already located in your contacts. Otherwise, just enter a 10-digit number and then enter the recipient details. Keep in mind, whatever you put in the notes section will appear in a cover page, which you can preview here by clicking on Regular and then clicking on the View option. If you wish to change it to French, you can do that here or add in a custom cover page as well. In addition to a cover page, you can also include any attachments. If you have any on your desktop that you wish to include, you can go ahead and attach a file, or if you have a scanner attached, you can use the scan feature. Once you've done this, you can have the option then to send the fax later or send the fax now at the very bottom of the screen. I'll go ahead and enter an extension just so that way you can see those options there at the bottom. If you click on Send Later, you'll be able to schedule this fax for a later time. Or if you click on Send Now, the fax will send immediately. You can then check on the status of any of your sent faxes by clicking on the Fax tab within Messages, and you can see here if any faxes were sent or received. If you're looking to filter these messages, you can also see which faxes have failed. In case you notice some not going through, definitely a good option to know about. And next to the Compose Fax, we have the GLIP option. By clicking on the launching GLIP, we'll actually be launching a web browser that will allow us to instantly message anyone within our TELUS Business Connect contacts who have been using the GLIP app within the TELUS Business Connect mobile application. And finally, we have our settings option. By clicking on View Settings, we'll see another screen pop up here that allows us to modify or change any settings within our desktop application. This might be very useful considering there are sometimes issues with audio quality or call settings that you wish to change, and that can all be done using the settings. If we're looking to modify which microphone we're using or which ringtone happens when we make a call, that can all be done within the settings. If you're looking to log out of the TELUS Business Connect desktop application, you'll also need to go to the settings to click on Logout. After modifying your settings, if any, just close it and the settings will be applied. In addition to modifying your settings, you can also click on your phone number in the top left corner to modify anything about your profile if you're looking to do that from your desktop. As you can see, I'm set to available, but if I wanted to put myself into busy mode or do not disturb, I can click on that and it will change my status. Keep in mind, this does modify your extension settings throughout the entire of TELUS Business Connect, so don't modify this unless you're wishing to mark yourself as completely in do not disturb throughout your entire system. And this wraps up the TELUS Business Connect desktop application overview